everyone, so it feels like it's been a while since I did a dedicated style or fashion video, but I've been accumulating quite a few things over the last few weeks. I've done a lot of online ordering and I've been kind of flitting in between the shops quite a bit, so I have a fair amount of things. I have some stuff from Asos, some stuff from Missguided and Topshop, so I thought I would just throw them all together into a haul for you. I feel as if I've been a bit weather confused with my buying. I have things ranging all the way from crop tops to big fluffy knit jumpers, so I'm not quite sure what I was thinking or what I was planning for, but I have to say it has been absolutely freezing in England at the moment. It's been snowing, although I haven't actually had any snow where I live, which I'm a little bit sad about because I do love the snow. So I think we've got some winter purchases and some, you know, preemptive summer things here as well. So I'll start off with some of the Missguided bits, and they've actually brought out a new range of active wear, and this year I've been trying to really get into my exercising and healthy eating and just being generally active in myself, so I thought this was a really good thing to pick up. They're really reasonably priced. I think they range from about £10 to £15 for each item, and they look really cool and fashionable, and I think it's always nice when you're working out, if you're at the gym, even if you're just at home, to wear something that makes you feel good and comfortable and that looks good too, because I always find it gives me just a little bit more motivation when I am wearing something nice. So I picked up 3 things from the active range, and the first one is this little crop top sports bra. It's just a nice simple little grey top, and I was kind of worried about the colour grey because if anything that's most likely to show up sweat patches, but it's this really nice elasticated material which doesn't do that at all, so that's great. And then it has this really pretty little mint crossover strap at the back, and I think the pop of colour in there is really nice as well. I did end up having to swap this over for a size down than I usually would have, so I had to go for a 10 instead of a 12, just because I felt like there was a lot of room in here and I like to have a bit of support when I'm working out, so I went for a smaller size and it was perfect. So I think size down when it comes to the crop tops. Then I also got the matching leggings. Again, these are just a nice grey Marl print, and they also have a little black mesh bit at the back of the knee, so they let a bit of air in there, which is always nice. And these are actually quite true to size, so I ended up sticking with my normal size when it came to these. They are quite high-waisted, which is nice because they're very comfortable to wear. They really kind of hold everything in, which is always a plus, and they don't feel like they're going to fall down or ride down when you're running. And I also got a second pair of leggings. These are slightly different though. They're black versions and they're also 3/4 length, so they're a bit shorter, but they still have this nice mint detail on the back. I was kind of going for a bit of a mint theme, I think, with all of these, but they also have ones with, I think, peach, coral, and I think they have a purple one and a black, so you can kind of pick whatever colour you like. And the other 2 bits that I got from Missguided were quite similar. I've been really into sort of high-waisted jeans or high-waisted skirts, and I wanted a few little crop tops to wear over the top of them, so I got a very simple plain white one. This is a really nice material though. It's kind of slightly textured, so I thought that was a little bit different to a normal plain white crop top. It's quite structured too, so it just hangs really nicely when you're wearing it. And then I have a very similar stripy version. I'm so into stripes at the moment. Every time I see something with stripes on, I just have to go and grab it. I'm obsessed at the moment, as you will see in a second. But this is a slightly bigger, more baggy version. I think this would be really nice with a pair of high-waisted jeans. So moving on to some of the bits that I got from Asos, and this is probably the biggest, comfiest, slouchiest, amazing jumper I've ever bought, and it's probably going to take up the whole entire screen. It is absolutely huge. But this is a really kind of funny material. It's this sort of velvety type wool. I'll just let that ambulance go past. I always get in my videos people complaining about the noise, the traffic noise, but there you go. My flat is basically surrounded by roads. There's a road on every single side, so you can't escape it. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, back onto the jumper. It's actually a roll neck or turtleneck, and I've been struggling to find a turtleneck jumper that really suits me. They just all seem to look completely wrong on me and disproportionate, but this one is really, really wide. It almost comes out slightly to the edge of my shoulders, and I think that sort of style suits me a lot better, so I've been loving this. It's just so comfy. I've been wearing it around the house mostly, or from just going off to the supermarket, or from just going shopping quickly, because it's just the coziest, warmest thing ever, and I definitely need something quite warm at the moment with the weather like it is. It's got really lovely long sleeves, and it's a really nice long jumper, and I prefer it when jumpers are quite long as opposed to cropped, so it's just the perfect jumper rolled into one. And the second thing I got from Asos was another navy blue jumper with stripes, a bit of a theme going on here, but this one actually says bien, which I'm pretty sure means good in French. I should have looked it up first, but I'm sure that's what it means. And this really reminds me of the Whistles Slogan jumpers, which I love, and I've always wanted to own one, but I can't quite justify spending £90 upwards on a jumper. But this one, I think it was £35, which is pretty standard for Asos jumper prices, but I really love it. I think it looks very Whistles-esque, and it's a really nice comfortable material. It's almost slightly sort of jersey and very thin in it, so definitely the opposite of the other Asos ones. So I think something more to wear in the warmer weather. I also got a bag from Asos, and it's been a while since I've needed to buy a handbag. I have my Zara ones, which I'm really happy with, and then my Whistles clutch, which I bring out if I'm going out anywhere fancy, but I didn't have a really big throw everything in hold all bag, so I saw this one, and it's just a very basic standard black bag. I have loads of stuff in this at the moment, so it's probably rattling around when I move it, but it's just absolutely huge. It's kind of like a bucket bag with really long straps, but it just holds so much. You can get a lot of things in here, and it's still quite comfortable to wear because the straps are relatively wide. This is actually the bag I brought to Paris with me last week, and I managed to fit pretty much enough for an overnight stay in here, so there really is a lot of space, and it's a really good quality bag as well. I think it's real leather, and it was about £40, so a little bit more expensive than you would normally pay for just a very standard tote bag with no zips or anything inside, but really good and really durable. I think this one's going to last me a long time. So lastly, onto the bits that I bought in Topshop, and I just feel like I have to take a moment to talk about this first item. I'm absolutely in love with it. I saw it on the hanger and I just ran straight for it. I knew it was going to be the one, and it was. The camera probably isn't going to do this justice at all, but it's this really amazing slouchy trench coat, and I've been after the perfect camel coloured trench coat for such a long time, and they're either too structured and too tapered, or they were too baggy and they didn't have anything really to them. But this is just the perfect one. The colour is perfect, the fit, the cut, the buttons, absolutely everything about this is exactly what I was looking for. This isn't the warmest of coats, it doesn't have any lining, and it's not kind of double layered, but you can still kind of layer up quite a lot underneath it. There's enough room to fit a jumper and then a top as well underneath it, but I think it's going to be the perfect coat for spring and summer. So this is again another preemptive spring purchase, and it's going to be so lovely, I think, just thrown over some nice spring dresses, or if you're wearing kind of just jeans and a nice thin top. I think a trench coat is just a classic thing that works with absolutely any outfit, so I'm in love with this. This was definitely more of a splurge item, and I did have a moment of, oh my god, am I really about to spend this much money on a coat when I got to the till, but I think it's so worth it, and I've already had so much wear out of it, so love this. Final stripy item of the video. This is actually a dress from Topshop, and I bought this to wear to Tanya's book launch, the Love Tanya book launch recently, so you may have seen it on Instagram. For anyone looking for the perfect striped dress, I think this is just absolutely the one. It's a really nice, very casual, slouchy material. It has these little roll-up sleeves, but it can be kind of dressed up for the evening and then also worn very casually for the day. I never really wear dresses anymore. It just tends to be my usual daily uniform of jeans, boots and a jumper, but this I think is really lovely because it's a very baggy, very slouchy dress. It's just really flattering. It's not form-fitting at all, so I just really love this. And the last two things I have are jumpers, and I really like to stock up on Topshop jumpers because I find they're just the best. They do the best kind of jumpers, and the first one is quite a different one from what I usually go for. This is a khaki green colour. I don't really have anything like this in my wardrobe, but I've been really into this shade at the moment, especially when it comes to makeup as well. I actually already have this style in a different colour. You can probably see it somewhere on my rack in the background there. I have the grey version, and it is just the most comfortable, easy to wear jumper, so I thought I would get one in a different colour. And the second one is slightly different. It's a lot thicker. It's got this really lovely waffle knit to it, so it's really cosy to wear, and this is a black version because you really can't go wrong with a black jumper. This one I actually took to Paris with me, and it definitely kept me very cozy and very warm, so I just love Topshop jumpers. I think they're the best. So those are a few of the things that I've accumulated and kind of picked up over the last few weeks, and I hope you enjoyed watching that. I feel as if I now need to go and have a good wardrobe clear out and get rid of all the things that I don't wear anymore, just so that I have room to put my new bits in. I always like to do a nice clean out of my wardrobe whenever I buy a lot of new clothes, so that will definitely be happening for me this week. But thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all soon. Bye!